You said to me, Sonal, you have homework to do. I would like to clarify things with Vera. Should we do a lunch? Vera will not accept a private apology because the insult was public.
At one point, I will have a conversation with her.
You should.
Okay, wait, she didn't tell you she's not coming for your event?
No! Why would you not even tell the host that you're not coming?
Look at me. Do you think I go far?
Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am Musha. If you are new here, welcome and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Today we will be reviewing and recapping the episode 2 of the Real Housewives of Nairobi. Girl, the Real Housewives of Nairobi is becoming my favorite compared to the Real Housewives of Abuja. Like, Abuja is boring. Nairobi is giving me strategic drama. It's like the drama is being revealed little by little. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.
Okay, so the episode 2 began with Mine teaching her husband how to cook, and during their cooking they were frying chicken and it looked tasty. I think I have to try that recipe. But during the frying and the teaching, she told her husband what happened at Suzanne's sip and scent party. She told her husband about Dr. Maria's drama with Vera and how Dr. Maria didn't understand that this thing that Vera did is a normal thing that celebrity do or anybody does in Nairobi or here for trends, and it's something normal. And she also spoke about that bitch that came to sit at the table and came for her, and she was like, I told her that we write checks and she writes her Instagram post. And I was like, this girl, when she diss you, she never forgets. Like, Mine, I feel like she's very plain, and she told her husband that she believes that Dr. Maria is two-faced, and I kind of agree to that. Especially as we go along the episode, I realized that yes, Mine was right. The girl is two-faced. We move to the next scene where we see Sonal having a dance session, and she invites Dr. Maria to come to the dance session with him. During their dancing section, she and Maria goes to sit to have a chat, and during the chat they talks about what happened at Susan's party. And Dr. Maria was like, one thing she has learned is that there are certain conversations that when it's just you and the person having it, it's not like wild, it doesn't escalate, but having people around can make it escalate. So Sona was like, then she will organize a lunch for the three of them so that she can meet Vera and apologize. Then Dr. Maria was like, yes, she really wants to apologize, but she feels like they have to give themselves some time before. And I like the reply that Sunil gave to her.
Vera will not accept a private apology because the insult was public.
Like, this is the perfect reply. You can't disrespect somebody publicly and go and apologize privately. Like, let your apology be as loud as your disrespect. If you stand in the market and disrespect someone, go back to that same market and apologize. Why do you want to hide and apologize? You want time to come, then you invite Vera and apologize. Like, you can see that it won't happen. And I feel like Sonal is matured enough to understand that if Maria really wants to apologize for Vera to accept her apology, then she has to do it in the same section where all those people that were there are there before Vera will accept it. And I kind of agree with it. After the Akizomba session, Dr. Maria thanks Sonal for inviting her to the dance session and also appreciating her for not judging her on what happened at Susan's place, and rather inviting her outside and speaking to her and letting her have a time of her life. And she's very, very grateful. This is where we move to Vera's house, and she's having a chat with her friend Amina, if you remember her from episode 1. Yes, they were talking, having time and spending some time girl bonding. Then she decided to tell Amina what happened at Susan's party, and she's like, she's very chill. She's a chill human being, but if you come for her, she will also come for you. During their chat, she received a video invitation from Lisa. It's about Lisa inviting her to a rally, and she was like, if it's about getting dirty, she's ready to get dirty, she's ready to have fun. And if she goes and she sees Dr. Maria, she's going to keep it light, she's not going to mingle with her. But if she comes for her, she will give it back. And I was like, this girl, I thought like because she laughs a lot during her confessionals, I thought like she will be cool, she will be calm, but I see like she takes no disrespect. If she feels that you're going to disrespect her, she will also disrespect you. That's what I'm getting from Vera, and I'm really, really, really liking it. Then we go to the next scene where we see Mine being invited to Lisa's house for morning yoga. During their yoga session, Mine starts talking about sex, like how some of the poses she can do it with her husband and all those things. And some may say Lisa is a brood for not liking the sex. Like, it's too early in the morning to be talking about sex. And this is one thing I'm beginning to dislike about Mini. It's like all her conversation is centered around sex. Like, yes, everybody knows you are married, but like, why are you talking about sex as of this moment? It makes it feel as if she has no other topics than sex. And you could see that Lisa wasn't really having it. She wasn't really feeling the conversation. But in all, they had a good session, and she used that to invite Mine to the rally. Later in the afternoon, we see Susan visiting Lisa for them to have some bonding time. And during their exchange and conversation and bonding time, Lisa invites Susan to a rally. And Susan was like, this is not her type of scene. Her type of scene is luxury enjoyment. But since Lisa has invited her and she loves Lisa, she's going. And I really, really like that. But before Susan going to Lisa's house, she went to the gym where she met Dr. Maria. This is why I say Dr. Maria is two-faced. Listen to the conversation she had with Sunil and listen to the conversation she had with Susan.
Nice from you, coming from you as well, that you said to me, some of you have homework to do. I would like to clarify things with Vera. Should we do a lunch? Just you, I, and Vera. So you ladies can just have air the things out.
Thank you so much for having me, Sonan. It's really nice to have someone who, looks out, because,
Yes.
it's
No, I
difficult
wanted
for
to
me
look
to
out.
integrate.
Yes.
And this makes
Because
me
it just
just
come
really
in and
appreciate
maybe
a table of beautiful women, and no one could say, I'm sorry, what you did was inappropriate.
No, I think
Actually, all
for
of you
me,
guys thought it was
no,
good.
no.
No one would actually have said that, hey, you know what, it was controversial.
Maria, what happened?
Or it was not
No,
nice.
what happened?
Let's talk about
What
it in a
happened right
future
before
day.
you came, or was it after? I was sitting right next to her. She actually told me for the first time that she's pregnant. So I feel there was that, like, as a
Do you
mom,
think being pregnant is an excuse to do bad behavior?
Babe, it's
I'm
not.
just asking you.
I
just
felt
asking.
like, she had been vulnerable.
Pregnancy is not a disability, correct? Correct. It's a beautiful thing to celebrate, correct? So then, if I'm going to go and rob a bank, am I going to tell the cops? I'm going to tell I'm pregnant and don't take me to prison. I need to feed my baby.
Okay, high five for that.
Yeah?
High freaking
No, I'm just
five for
asking.
that.
Am I going to tell the cops that I need to feed my kids?
You know what I like about you? You're zero chills.
It's not that. I just like to stand for the truth.
After listening to this conversation, what do you see? She has different persona for each and every person she meets. When she was with Sunal, she realized that Sunal doesn't like confrontation, so she was all about being apologetic so that she looks like she's like a nice person. Looking at Susan, she can see that Susan is very strong girl. Like, she has a lot of like energy. Like, she's somebody who comes out. She's not really that peaceful. You see, if you bring it, she will give it to you. So with Susan, she was like, what Vera did is bad, blah 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 blah. She was talking plenty, and you can see that she doesn't have it in her mind to apologize to Vera, because she's like, she will still have that conversation with her again. So you see why I said in the beginning that she's two-faced. Like, it has to be two-facing. If you tell one person something different and you tell the other person something different, it's two-facing, let's face it. So the D-Day for the rallying comes, and we see Lisa preparing a storm, food, like everything to make the girls comfortable, because they were going to, I think, a place called Mochako for the rallying, which is outside of Nairobi. So to make the ladies comfortable and have a luxurious event, she prepares a car for the ladies. So the first person we see the car pick is Vera, and she was looking nice, but I would say for rallying that you saw the video and it was going to be at a dusty area, I didn't expect her to wear the jeans with the white first, but you know, she looks chef kiss. The next person to join Vera in the car is Susan. And Susan was looking very nice, was also looking very sweet, and they both were sharing a car. So both of them were in the car, they chatted, they spoke. You could see that like they were having a conversation, they were getting to know themselves, they were bonding. Then we see the next set of group, which is Mine. The first person the car picks is Mine, and you can see that she was all about the car. She was like, Lisa really did well for like hosting them well. Then the car goes and picks. So now in the beginning, for those two, I would say it was a bit awkward, but as time went on, and I think when Lisa kept talking, Mine was kind of getting bored, but she kept it together because her reply was too like lights for me. It was like she wasn't really like into the conversation with Suna, but I would say in all they also had a bonding time. But during that time, Lisa had already arrived and the rallying has been going on for more than I would say 2 hours. So she was scared that where are these ladies? It's not like she didn't send them a car. She sent them the car. So she expected them to be there more than an hour or 2 hours ago and they are not there. So I think she was getting scared for them. Yes, thinking that something may have happened. But thank be to God, nothing bad happened and the lady arrived at that time. And they were all dripping, like their drip was dripping. Like you watched their arrival.
The South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me to take, yeah.
I think Machakos was not ready for us. Machakos.
Goodies and twins, stay fat, like a lot of them. Got them so high, so addicted.
The rally cars are just, you know, woo woo. They actually look.
They were on vibes. I would say like the Real Housewives of Nairobi, they are always on vibe, and even their confessionals outfit. Their confessional outfits, like the drip is very necessary with them. Like the drip is dripping. They come to Lisa, welcomes them and invites them to their tent. While sitting, Lisa was like, where is Dr. Maria? And the other ladies asked why she was invited, and Lisa was like, yeah, she invited her and she has not heard from her. Then so now said that Dr. Maria posted on her Instagram that she was not feeling well. And Lisa was like, if she was not feeling well, she could have told her that, oh, I may not be able to honor the invitation because I'm not feeling well. Rather than not telling her anything and she has to find out from another person that she's not feeling well. Then Vera was like, maybe she's scared. And I was like, girl, close your mouth. But you could see that Vera was not shy. And Vera was like, yeah, she's scared of me. She can't handle the queen. And what was funny for me was Mine was like, yeah, she's scared for sure. Like the way they were nitpicking, it was really bad. Like, but you know, I think they were having fun. Both of them were having fun with it. Lisa was like, that is not the issue, but the issue was it's rude not to tell her, the host, that you won't be able to honor her invitation, and she has provided accommodation and all this for you. So the least she could have done was to call her. Then Mine made a comment saying,
I think all that botox goes in your head.
the botox that Dr. Maria has done has gotten into her head. Like, hey, this girl can say things. So Mine, she has things in her mouth. I can feel that. So now and Susan were feeling very uncomfortable with the conversation. We're trying all their best to kind of like let the ladies let go of Dr. Maria, and they came to an end of their conversation when Lisa was like it was their time for them to go for the rallying, and all the ladies got into their car with their drivers who would be rallying them around. At the rallying, it was late, and since they weren't in Nairobi and they were at Chaco, Lisa planned a place for them, a hotel, and she was like, this is one of the best hotel in that place, but she knows that the ladies may not like it because it's not very luxurious. And truth to be said, that was what the ladies were thinking. I think they forgot that they were outside Nairobi. They were like, they expected more from Lisa. I felt like Lisa did her best hosting them, But one thing was, Sonel had already informed Lisa that she wouldn't be staying for the night since her children were with her, so she had to go back to Nairobi. So Lisa didn't prepare a place for her. But she was dirty and she wanted to change and also have dinner with the ladies before she went. So she joined Susan in her room to go and shower down and change. During that time, she and Susan had a conversation about how the ladies were talking about Dr. Maria at the rallying. And Sonel was like, she didn't really like it. And Susan was like, yeah. So Sonel suggested that they visit Dr. Maria when they get back to Nairobi. So the ladies all dressed and got ready for the dinner. So Lisa went to Vera's room to go and call her, and she realized that Vera was in bed. And Vera was like, she wouldn't be able to make it for the dinner. As we know, Vera is pregnant, so the rallying had taken a toll on her. So Lisa agreed, and she and the ladies went for the dinner. During the dinner, Lisa told them that Vera is tired and needed to rest. And the ladies agreed and they were like, yeah, today has been very like hectic and like fun. So they understood. During the dinner, they decided to play a game to like make the dinner entertaining. And the game they came up with was truth or dare. Then Nomine was like, no, she doesn't want any truth or dare. They should play never have I. And the ladies were like, okay, then let's continue. All the questions this girl asked was about sex. Like, girl, yeah, maybe you are a sex addict, maybe you're a sex lover, but like, can you keep a conversation more matured? Like, let the conversation be matured. You could see that all the ladies were not comfortable. Like, we just met. I can't tell you my private stuffs and those private things pertaining me. Lisa spoke up and was like, no, we are not doing this. So they changed it and like they had other conversations and they enjoyed their dinner, after which Lunal excused herself and got ready to go home to Nairobi. That was where this episode ended. I would say for this episode, I still don't know who is going to be the problem apart from Maria's like two-face issue. That will be all for today's video. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share. Yes, share my video. Thank you very much for watching. I am Mushia. Adios.
Know what comes next, I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.